Good day, everyone. I am Shalome G. Dakulan from BEL 3. And now I will be discuss my assigned report, which is Approaches to Curriculum Design Models. Curriculum design is a term used to describe the purposeful, deliberate, and systematic organization of a curriculum within a class or course. In other words, it is a way for teachers to plan instruction. So basically, it is the planning period when instructor organize the instructional units for their course. It involves planning activities, readings, lessons, and assessment that achieve educational goals. There are 6 features of a curriculum. First is the teacher, the learner, knowledge, skills, and values, strategies and methods, performance, and community partners. The first is who teaches, so the teacher. Quality education requires quality teachers. Good teachers bring a shining light into the learning environment. They are ideal companions of the learners. With the advances in communication technology, good teachers are needed to sort off information from the data that surrounds the learners and to sort out the knowledge from the info. So the second features of a curriculum is the learners. Who do the teachers teach? The learners at the center stage in the educative process. They are the most important factors in the learning environment. So of course, there is no teaching without the learners. Hence, teachers should understand and accept the learners' diverse background because each one of them is unique individuals. And the third is, what do the teachers teach? So it is the knowledge, skills, and values. To help the learners cope with rapid changes and to understand and to succeed in the new work in the workplace, we must design a curriculum oriented to tomorrow. So the learning episode influences the teaching learning process. The teacher is expected to prepare his syllabus or a course of study as his vehicle for instruction. There must be a balance of theory and practice. Fourth is, how do teachers teach? By using strategies and methods. So researchers show that there is no best strategy that could work in a million of different students' background and characteristics. However, for teachers to teach effectively, they must use appropriate methodologies, approaches, and strategies. A teacher should select teaching methods, learning activities, and instructional materials or resources appropriate to learners and aligned to objectives of the lesson. Fifth is how much of the teaching was learned. So at the end of the teaching act, it is necessary to find out if the objectives set were accomplished. Performance is the features of a curriculum that should be given emphasis. However, if the performance of the learners is low, then it follows that the curriculum has failed. A good curriculum is one that results in high or excellent performance. And last is, with whom do we teach? So teaching is a collaborative undertaking. While teachers are the focal point in the learning process, they must draw upon the resources of their environment and of their partners to be effective. Teachers must establish relationship with partners, NGOs, and their stakeholders. Then let's proceed to approaches to curriculum design. A curriculum approach reflects holistic position of meta-orientation encompassing the foundations of curriculum, domains of curriculum, and the theoretical and practical principles of the curriculum. So there are 3 major curriculum design models are implemented through the different approaches that are accepted by the teachers and curriculum practitioners. So, the common approaches to curriculum design include a child or learner-centered approach, subject-centered approach, and problem-centered approach. The child or learner-centered approach. This approach to curriculum design is based on the underlying philosophy that the child is the center of the educational process. It means that the curriculum is constructed based on the needs, interests, purposes, and abilities of the learners. The curriculum is also built upon the learner's knowledge, skills, learnings, and potential. So I have here an example of child-centered approach. The school is anchored on the theory of multiple intelligence in all its curricular and co-curricular activities. So the school does not believe in failure but in success. The teacher's role is only to guide the learners to what he or she would like to accomplish. In this approach, the learners are not compared with one another because of their different skills and capabilities. So the activities for every learner are differentiated according to students' abilities, interests, and needs. And each child is considered important and each capacity is respected because each child has different capabilities and has different multiple intelligence. At the end of the year, each child performance is compared to his own set of goals. All throughout the year, the learner is the center of education. And this approach considers the following. First is a new respect for the child is fundamental. Second, a new freedom of action is provided. Third, the whole activity is divided into units of work. And lastly, the recognition of the need for using and exploring mini media for self-discovery and self-direction is embraced. Then let's proceed to subject-centered approach. This approach was anchored in the curriculum design, which prescribes different and separate subjects into one broad field. This approach considers the following. The primary focus is only the subject matter. The emphasis is on bits and pieces of information which are detached from life. The continuing pursuit of the learning outside the school is not emphasized. The learning here is only take the place inside the school. So the learning here should only take place inside the classroom. The subject matter serves as the methods of identifying problems in living. So an example of subject-centered approach is school produce the best graduates in town. So each learner must excel in all academic fields in order to be on the top of the rank in every competition. Each child must be excellent in all fields of disciplines. And this is the school that develops more the attitude of competition among themselves. And the school gives emphasis to intellectual development and set aside emotional and psychomotor development. Success means mastery of the subject matter. Problem-centered approach. This approach is based on a curriculum design which assumes that in the process of living, children experience problems. Those problem solving enables the learners to become increasingly able to achieve complete or total development as individuals. An example of problem-centered approach is most of the school activities revolve around solutions to problems like poverty, drug problems, deterioration of positive values, environmental concerns, and many more. Also, the school believes that a learner should be trained to solve real-life problems that came about because of the needs, interests, and abilities of the learners. This problem-centered approach is characterized by the following views and beliefs. First is the learners are capable of directing and guiding themselves in resolving problems. Thus, they become independent learners. Second is the learners are prepared to assume their civic responsibilities through direct participation in different activities. And lastly, the curriculum leads the learners in the recognitions of concerns and problems and in seeking solutions. The learners are considered problem solvers. So that will be all in the lesson 3.2. Thank you and God bless us all.